In 2010, I won a stand-up comedy competition, and I was signed to the organization Funny Business, which is really just Yuck Yucks, and it's this fake contract that I signed as John Taco, based off of listening to the Joe Rogan Experience on the way to the meeting where I signed that contract. And Brian Redban had said in the episode I was listening to, sometimes I sign things as Brian Taco, so they're not legally binding, and that's what I did. The next meeting I had with Yuck Yucks, I asked for more work, and the owner of Yuck Yucks, Mark Breslin, said no. And I said, why? And he said, you haven't been doing comedy long enough to get more work. And I was like, yeah, but I just won this competition. I'm doing really well in your clubs. Doesn't that have something to do with me getting more bookings? And then he said no. And then I was like, that's pretty up, man. And then he started yelling at me. Like, he stood on a sofa, so he'd be at eye level to yell at me. And I was told, if he yells at you, yell back. So I did. And it was a half an hour of screaming. And then he lay on the sofa, pointed at the wall, and went, you can tell Jessica you can have whatever you want. I years later recounted this anecdote to Mark Breslin, the person who yelled at me while stood on a couch. And he said, that never happened. And then he leaned closer and went, but it does sound like me. He's one of the more normal people that runs clubs. That's how this industry is.